Hey guys, Chance from Aces Paintball, and today we will be taking apart my Mini and showing you how me and my paintball teammate traded parts on our guns. So let's get right into it. So I guess we'll just start with the front grip first. And it's probably already loose. When I do take apart my gun, I sort all my parts because it's just easier to put it back together when it's all taken apart. Yeah, it's just easier to take it apart and then have all your screws where you want them. Alright, now we have fully unscrewed the front grip. Just take that off. That's where your 9-volt battery goes. And your motherboard is right here on the side, like this side of your front grip. And now we're going to be taking apart the back grip. Done with the first side, onto the back. Or not really the back, but the other side. Okay, onto the last screw. Alright, now once you're done with that, it should just slide off pretty easy. And then you have to take out 3 screws to get your top off. You have to take this one right here, this one right here, and then there is one right here in the front right there. Those are all the ones you have to take out. Start with this front one. The first one done. The back one, be careful when you're unscrewing it because this is your bolt right here, or a part of your bolt, and if you have not taken it apart yet, it might just fly out, so be very careful with that. And don't be scared when you take it out. It might be pretty tough to take out when your spring does not come out on the inside because kind of just stays in there. For me at least, it doesn't come out. But I do really have to tug on it quite a bit like that. Oh, and see, if you didn't notice, the front part of my bolt did not come out. And that is because it was attached to the spring, so you just stick your finger in the bolt and you pull it back. Or sometimes it doesn't work like that. That's how I get it out most of the time. Most of the time. That means it's really stuck on that spring there. There we go. Got it out. And the reason why it sticks in there most of the time is because the spring latches onto this little thing right here. Latches on there. Yeah, latches on right here, so that's why. My spring does not come out, so yeah. On to the last screw. You really do have to kind of do it at an angle because, I mean, too big of a Allen key or hex key, whatever you want to call it, will not let it fit in there. Alright, that should be pretty good. Alright, now my top or mid should just be able to come right off. You just be very gentle. And boom. Alright, so now onto the problem that we had with ours while we were trading tops. So you see how this silver thing right here is covering the motherboard. Well, we had to trade motherboards because my trigger right here was not reaching the actual lever right here. Was not reaching that right there. That triggers the gun that it's shooting. Was not reaching that. So, but his was. So I took my motherboard from my top and put it in here. And he took his motherboard and put it in my top. So basically we just like did a brain transplant. We basically are keeping the same insides, just not the outside. Changing outside, keeping the same inside. Is basically all we did. To do that, you just finger unscrew this one right here. Finger unscrew this one, finger unscrew this one, but you have to unplug it first. Then yeah, just boom, boom. Get all these screws out right here. There's one hiding right here, which is kind of impossible to get to, so you have to take this one out. And then one right there. And then your motherboard should just slide right out. Place the other motherboard in. Screw them all back in, and then, yeah, re-lube it. I would suggest re-lubing all your parts when you're taking it apart because it's just helping your gun for the long run. Just be very careful sliding in that you don't go too hard like that, but that was alright. Wasn't too bad. Make sure all your things line up. Make sure your trigger is lined up. So I just turned my gun on. And make sure everything's still working good. Okay, and then basically you just screw everything back in. So you put your bolt in first. I make sure that this is really gonna get stuck on that spring or connected to the spring. So I push it in all the way, give it a couple hits like that. Just make sure you take the back bolt or screw, whatever you want to call it, and start screwing it back in. Alright, now we're just on the last screw here. The middle one, pretty tough angle, do say so myself. And yeah, that's how you do it. Now we just gotta put the grips on. Make sure your grip is all on good. I always start with the back ones first. They're on there good. Alright, now on the other side, start with the bottom one. And then for the last 2 screws, alright, that is the mini GS taken apart and put back together. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, drop a comment, and yeah, leave some feedback if you would like. And that is it.